Today, I'm counting down my top 10 Mixi Maxes in INAZUMA 11. Let's do this. TXM style. What's up everyone, and welcome back to another INAZUMA 11 video. Today, we're counting down my top 10 INAZUMA 11 Mixi Maxes. The only rule we're working with today is that the Mixi Maxes have to be canon. They have to have happened in the main storyline, in the anime, in something. I'm not just going to say, like, this Scout character plus this Scout character. They have to be actual canon Mixi Maxes. But without further ado, let's dive in with number 10. Simian Ape with the gene that he has. I don't remember its name. But it's the gene that turns him into Big Gorilla Man. And I do like this. This one's on here because I like the design of Simian alone in this. He just kind of looks quite funny. There's not really anything else to say about it. He just looks quite entertaining. I'd take him out for dinner. You know, I'm sure he'd be a very entertaining party guest. What I find so entertaining about this is the fact that this is meant to be our main villain, our big scary villain. And he definitely does not look intimidating in the slightest. He just looks quite amusing, to be honest. Like, you just want to go, ha 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 ha. You don't want to go, ah ha ha. One of my favourite things about Mixi Maxes, as we move on to number 9, is that it takes characters I don't really like and makes them kind of cool. Saw, for instance, is so much cooler with his Mixi Max. The red hair, the red spiked hair with like the gold skull type thing looks so cool. And because obviously with the Mixi Max I don't really have to care about like their personality or anything, I can just go, yeah, that's really cool. That's a very cool design. Also, the man Mixi Maxed with a bloody pterodactyl. Yeah, okay, that's pretty awesome. Gotta give you some credit there, Saw. Definitely pulling something out of the bag there. Also, you could argue that Saw has the biggest emotional attachment with the one he's Mixi Maxing with, which is quite cute, to be honest. We stan Saw Mixi Max. Poggers. Goldie's Mixi Max also looks quite cool. I like just the big flowing blonde hair. It's a very bold look, but I very much like it. But the main reason Goldie's on this list, aside from the fact that she Mixi Maxed with a fucking dragon, is because of the move that she gets, Obliteration, which is just really cool. And I love how just insanely powerful it is, to be fair. Like, it's the kind of move I would associate with Goldie. I've always thought Goldie's theme was a bit random, being dough, and so Obliteration just kind of suits her more and makes more sense. And I really like it. I think it's a really cool move, and it kind of adds just the mystical kind of party-ish nature of both Goldie and her Mixi Max. But yeah, mainly because she Mixi Max with a dragon, and respect for that. Speaking of mythical, we have Dracula at number 7. The man just becomes a vampire, even more of a vampire, blah blah blah, and I respect the hell out of that. This man's gonna suck your blood dry, and I appreciate it. Thank you, my man. Suck me. No, don't say that, Tom. This, in my opinion, is far more of what makes a villain Mixi Max cool, is making them look like a villain instead of a gorilla or a werewolf, I guess, kind of. No, I want to see them just become really scary and badass and evil. That's how you make a villain more intimidating. Speaking of characters I don't like, number 6, JP. I don't like JP, but I love Liu Bei, so you can see the conflict I'm at. And I do think this design makes JP look a lot cooler with the cool blue hair, but the main reason he's on here? Song of the Three Kingdoms. Fantastic move. I just love the painting background. I love just the way the hand looks. Everything about Song of the Three Kingdoms is fantastic to me. I adore it. And so, it annoys me it went to JP, but I can deal with that because the Mixi Max is really cool. It's the best part of an otherwise terrible character. Fuck JP. But he does get to be on a list that's good for once. Speaking of historical characters I really like, is Nobunaga, who is being Mixi Maxed with Ricardo. It's the other way around, I guess. But Ricardo does look really cool with this. This is another one where the main reason he's on the list is because of the move he has. Ephemeral boost is really cool. I really like it. I think it's awesome. I think the way you just kind of pew, 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 pew. Yeah. Give me that 5 billion times. I think Ricardo just pulls this Mixi Max off, to be fair. It's the first main one you get that isn't like phase or whatever. And the whole moment with it is just fantastic. It leaves a really good impression on you. Talk about a fucking awesome opening Mixi Max. We go from our first Mixi Max to our last Mixi Max with Zanark Mixi Maxing with Clara Jane. The man Mixi Maxed with a fucking hurricane. That is the most badass thing in the entire... It does speak for itself. It does genuinely speak for itself. The man Mixi Maxed with a hurricane. Fair play to him. It's suitably badass for Zanark, and the design is suitably badass too. The cool, like, lightning bolt, white hair things. Badass. And then we don't even get to the special move. I am the Almighty? Hell bloody yeah you are. Woo! Losing my mind. Actually losing my mind. Number 3 is Soul Mixi Maxing with Zhu Lan. Thundertaker is a very, very, very cool move. Also the colour purple. Man's looking like a hero's box. Yes. Thank you. Yes, please. Number 2 is a Mixi Max that isn't like a main one, but it's Arian with Tezcat. I just really like the way this one looks. I don't have a whole lot of other reasons to it. I think it's cool that Arian's Mixi Maxing with a former villain. I think that's really awesome as a concept. I like the way this is kind of used as a way to push Arian into being a better person, or being better with his fighting spirit armorified or whatever. I just think he looks really cool. I just think it's neat, to quote Marge Simpson. And number 1, finally we finish with Victor Okita. If you know me, this is probably quite obvious to be fair, because I love Okita, but Victor Okita is fantastic. Where do we start? With Chrysanthemum Katana? Sure. Sick move. Yes. All of that in my face right now. And then also the design. It's just the way they make Victor look is so fantastic. They genuinely take... I think this is the best looking Mixi Max, because they take the best elements of Okita, the best elements of Victor, slap them together. Yes, please. I would happily look like that, to be fair. And genuinely, this Mixi Max is just cool. The word I can describe it with is cool. If Zanark's is badass, Arian's is neat. This one is just cool. It's just really, 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 really cool. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. What's your favourite Mixi Max? Let me know down in the comments below. And what's your favourite unusual Mixi Max? Like your favourite 2 scouts you put together. Maybe you put Paul Peabody and Millie together and you ended up with something really, really, really awesome. Let me know down below, and make sure you like and subscribe as well for daily uploads. Hell yeah. But for now, bye.